This is where we start to see the downfall. In the process of moving headquarters, and Alan's noticing, like, the people I've had relationships with aren't here anymore, things are changing, and he's starting to feel blindsided by the brand. At this point, we're starting to see a communication decline, and when you work in a partnership, that doesn't work out that great. After Alan is persistently trying to contact the brand, he's eventually told that they're solely focusing on color cosmetics for the time being. And this is where it gets real interesting, because in 2023, Urban Decay launched new setting sprays, the Vitamin C and the Watermelon variation, and they had zero affiliation with Skindinavia. Alan, as the partner over here, is like, what the fuck is going on? It appeared that as a partner, Alan was expressing concerns, but Urban Decay was still paying him, and it was very lucrative, but there was just no working relationship. Alan starts taking a step back, and now we're at the beginning of the end. February 2025, he's really getting the vibe, like things aren't working out. Alan's getting phone calls of canceled raw materials, like has no idea why or what's going on. At this point, Alan's picking up what they're putting down. There's clearly going to be a diminish in partnership. However, it's not going to go the way that he expected. In Alan's mind, he's thinking, I have this patent that can't do the same thing, so there's going to be customers who want it, and I know where they are. Early May, which is crazy because it wasn't that long ago, Alan decides to confront Urban Decay, ask him what the fuck is going on. And this is where we get real shady. So at first, an authorized person shared the news that it was going to be within a year that the partnership would diminish. Alan reminded Urban Decay that in their contract it states they need at least 6 months in advance and also an official 90-day notice. A few weeks go by, Alan hears nothing, so now he's getting persistent because this is a very urgent situation. He's got a business to run, and shortly after that he was given the 6 months termination window, and then a week later the official 90-day notice, bringing this to 2 weeks before Urban Decay decides to announce that they're reformulating their setting spray. Alan's over here like, okay, I see what time it is. Let me reach out to some retailers. At that time, the internet explodes because nobody's expecting this, but we aren't expecting what's coming next. Urban Decay really out here promoting temperature control technology, and Alan's over here like, wait a damn minute. That's our patent. That's our whole business going back to 2007. When he pitched this to Urban Decay in the first place, he said, this is how you keep makeup in place. You cool it. Everyone seals it. You cool it. That's why it works. As if this isn't shitty enough, here comes Urban Decay posting their new marketing, saying that their new formula is better, the packaging is better, and all this shit. Me being Alan for producing that formula for 15 years, I'm pissed the fuck off. I don't care what anybody says, we stand Skindinavia because this is so typical of big business. I want to encourage everybody to go read at least this section of this article because it is so difficult being a small business standing up to a massive company like L'Oreal. Like, I do need to say there are two sides to every story, but at this time they have reached out to Urban Decay and also L'Oreal for comment, and I cannot wait to see if they say something. I'm Team Skindinavia over here, but I would love to know what you guys think about this.